I have been thinking about the crypto market ever since I watched Saturday Night Live the other night, and Elon Musk was questioned about Dogecoin and finally said, that cryptocurrency was a hustle. And I immediately regretted that I owned any Dogecoin prior to that. It was something that my brother-in-law and I had talked about. I was like, oh, well, why don't we buy some Dogecoin? I'm sure Musk will say something, and I've been paying attention enough to know that when he does say something and it's positive, it goes up. I mean, the guy's got Dogecoin on his Twitter handle, or not on his Twitter handle, but on his Twitter profile. So anyway, I thought it was even more ridiculous that then he came out the next day and said that, Bitcoin uses a lot of electricity in the mining of Bitcoin. If you know anything about it, the way that the mining of Bitcoin works is you solve complex mathematical equations, and once you solve that correctly, you're rewarded with a Bitcoin. And people use high-end computers to do these computations, and if you know anything about high-end computers, they suck up a lot of power. There are examples of Bitcoin miners operating in places where there's a lot of geothermal electricity production, such as in Iceland. I know that there is another setup in Canada where they use exclusively hydroelectric power. So on the one hand, yeah, it does use a lot of electricity, and on the other hand, too, there are some people who are being practical about it. But on the other hand as well, Teslas all run on electricity exclusively. And so I struggle with that because one of the major knocks against electric vehicles is that the manufacture of electricity is by coal or oil or natural gas, which are all fossil fuels anyway. And if you look at the amount of electricity that's produced in the United States, most of it is produced through fossil fuels, not hydroelectric dams or anything like that. That's still a production process. But right now, we aren't to the point where you're doing all green stuff. I do understand that Teslas give you more bang for the buck. So for every, their efficiency or their mile per gallon is totally different than what a normal gas car is. And again, this is not to say that I'm knocking Elon Musk or that I'm knocking Teslas or any of those things. This is my comment on how absurd the crypto market is right now. I, for a long time, have struggled with getting into it because I don't know what the fundamentals are. When I value a stock, when I value a company, there are tangible assets, there's a return on investment, all of that stuff that I can evaluate to see how well the company is being run and what it's doing. And crypto instead is a new technology. The concept of blockchain technology is, in my mind, still far, far in its infancy. And I fully anticipate governments to accept crypto, currency, and create their own. I find it hard to believe that the standard of exchange is going to be Bitcoin, or if it's going to be Dogecoin or Ethereum. All of those are different iterations of a concept, and I don't think the market has chosen a winner yet. So that's why I struggle with investing in it. And the fact that people like Elon Musk can move the market just with their comments is crazy to me. So basically, it's a commodity. It's just like gold. The difference is that I can take gold and I can use it for electronics. It has like a tangible something like you can feel. I don't know what else compares to a cryptocurrency from a commodity standpoint, but it is a commodity, and what you're doing when you're investing in it is you're speculating. You're just saying, I think this is going to go up. And if you go back and you look at speculative markets throughout history, there's been booms and there's been busts. The real question is, do you believe in the fundamentals, which is the technology behind it? That's what's behind the commodity market. So I'm going to continue to explore this construction site with my son. You figure out whether or not Bitcoin is for you. It's not for me. Got other things I'm investing in. Have a great day.